you already know we have something interesting coming your way because that's just what we serve is interesting things. But we got some tea today, and I'm pretty sure everybody has heard about this because I feel like it's pretty major right now.
Yeah, I would say unannounced to me, I was having some fun in the lake when when this news came out, and I
Oh,
didn't see it till I got home. Well, apparently though, my boyfriend saw it and didn't think it was important to like share the news with me, even though I be talking about this shit all the time.
all the time. Right. I was gonna say, how does he not even think to just like
Girl,
maybe because he wanted you to enjoy your
these
day,
men.
not be all wrapped up in the news and stuff. So I'm a
I don't
I'm gonna
know,
throw him a
maybe.
bone that way and say that's why he didn't.
Oh, whatever.
But
But when I
anywho,
did find out about it,
oh,
am I the
oh,
only one? But like I mean I am, but I'm not, I guess. But
mm-hmm.
I'm more shocked than I am not shocked, I guess I would say.
I felt no shock.
Mm.
I was just like, oh, hmm,
Well, no, you
we're
also don't really
doomed.
care either, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I'm probably like the worst
Mm.
person, but yeah, no, it was just kind of like I felt like it was a lose-lose either way. So it was just like,
Yeah, it's true.
oh, well, that's what's happening. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um so if
Uneventful
you
me.
guys yeah, no, definitely. But so if you guys haven't guessed it and kind of like what we're talking about, the big news that came out, and I would tell you what day it is, but I don't even know what day today is, so I don't know what day it came out on. But
The 21st, perhaps?
the 21st, right? So June 21st, 2024.
June.
July. We're in July? We in July. No one she had to look at the calendar. I saw you peeping like, wait a minute, are we in June?
No, no, not even.
Oh
I
man.
know what month it is. Shoot.
I should know what month it is too, but you know what?
Yes.
All right, so let me let me take
Run
that back
that
again
back.
real
Run
quick.
that back.
Let me just edit that part out. Um, okay, so July, right?
Can't
July
stop laughing.
21st of 2024 is when I think, well, not the biggest news because I guess the weekend prior to that was probably bigger news than what just came out yesterday. And me and
That's a
Amanda
fact.
covered that in our last episode. But the fact that our president has decided to step not run again for his second term of presidency.
Mm,
Um, just announced, and I feel like
just
he has kind
announced.
of shocked the nation, if you would say.
Oh, yes, yeah. Again, not me that was shocked. However, it was very unexpected news. I was not expecting, especially since the way things started off with the debate, like two little teenage boys going back and
Mm,
forth, tit for tat type of thing. Didn't think
yeah.
he was going to give up the rat race so quickly.
Yeah,
And,
he said he wasn't going to. Like,
of
he said,
course he
no, like, I'm
wasn't.
not, dropping out and whatever. So it's kind of like what transpired over the last, that was like what, maybe a month ago, the debate?
Right. Yeah. It wasn't that long ago at all.
No. So it's like what kind of like sparked and changed between now and then? It's like, and if Trump didn't have like an assassination attempt, like would that have changed anything too?
Listen, girl, I was like, he said, I am not trying to be within the same vicinities as this man. And someone allegedly, whatever, supposedly shoots and misses and somehow catches the wrong target. He said, I'm not getting anywhere near this guy. And I personally don't blame him because
True.
the person you're going against is clearly a target, but bro, you're also a target too. So I I don't
Yeah,
think that could be valid enough of a reason, but it, could be a reasoning for him. And he's old. He don't move fast. So he's not
I
ducking and
know.
dodging. He's light as a feather, stiff as a board. He is just there. Like I feel like he's just there.
Yeah.
So it really makes you wonder, but he did put out a letter that I kind of just like skimmed through, and he
Mm,
just kind of starts off talking about how America has the strongest economy and historic investments that have been made in rebuilding the nation. And it's just like, okay, like thanks for a little summary of how you feel about the country, but like why? What is your reasoning?
yeah.
And he really didn't put anything in this letter. He just kind of said, I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Um,
I think he's supposed to do like like a what do you call
yeah.
them? Like a press release or whatever.
Yeah, well, he better have all the details, and it better be some good ass reasons because, bruh, I
Yeah.
don't know. Just looking at this, it's interesting, and a lot of people are saying that he's put Kamala in the running or such for her to run
She is now in
against
the running.
Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I guess I don't know. My boyfriend was telling me something about like some people might have to do like a vote or something.
Mm,
Um, but she is also kind of like now in the running, or she has like stepped up to do so. So I don't know what that's gonna
yeah.
look like. I don't know if they're gonna give anyone else a chance to also kind of like,
Jump in
you
there.
know, jump in. Considering that, we're only a few months away from the election. So it's kind of like, I don't know, this person, if it's a different person, they're gonna have to kind of like really step up and like do something crazy to be able to beat Trump. Like at least like Kamala, like she's already kind of been in like a close
Established.
position. Yeah.
Right.
Um, so I don't know. I think it's definitely going to be interesting on like what that's going to look like.
This feels like history in the making for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Where our nation seems to be in such a wreck of
Definitely.
political leaders. It's just like this is for a president of a country,
Mm-hmm.
of an entire country, a
Yeah.
nation, a nation.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like a game to these people. Like that's what it looks like. It just looks like a game because we know Trump is always down with the shade and throwing jokes and like throwing jabs and just
Mm-hmm.
all that type of stuff. And it's just like we have two really old people, and it's very common that older people are very set in their ways
Yeah.
where they don't really want to make room for change, or they are very interested in things being the way they were years ago
Mm-hmm.
when it really wasn't the best decisions at those times, and trying to
Mm-hmm.
implement them now is just kind of crazy. So it's just like it really makes you wonder of the agenda of these people, and not saying someone young is better than these geezers here that we're dealing with, but
Geezer.
it just makes me feel extra concerned for the direction that our country is heading in. And I don't favor anyone. Like I'm not going to say I stick with a specific political party at all.
Yeah.
It's just overall, like who do we really have that's going to take care of us as a country?
Right. And who's worthy and not, either like, unfortunately like too old to kind of like function, be able to make very critical decisions, or someone
Listen.
who's kind of like irrational and, very very fight minded, I guess, instead of, I don't really see him trying to like compromise a lot of things. I just feel like very
Mm-mm.
like, you know, fighting till the end and stuff. And it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
there's no real like middle ground. Like, can we get
Mm-hmm.
Obama back, please? Because I feel like he was just so even
Something.
keeled and like, also like authoritative, but then like, could
Right.
compromise and whatever. So,
But they always say you don't
mhm.
really see what a president does until after they're out of office, because when they're
Right.
in office, they're implementing the change, but you don't actually see the result of the change until,
Hmm.
their term is up. So I don't know. I just question
Yeah.
everybody. But me, I'm skeptical about everything. So I just
I
be
know.
like, I don't know.
I
But
know. And it's also that though, but it's like the president, if you really think about it, they're just a figurehead. They're
mm-hmm,
they're the face to the country, right? Like they don't
mm-hmm.
truly make a lot of decisions.
They
Like
sure
so
don't.
people always say like, "Oh, under Biden's administration or Obama's or,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, um like this happened and that happened." And it's like it doesn't matter who was in that place. Like I'm sure
Right.
that stuff would have happened anyway. So it's like it
Mm-hmm.
was just unfortunately that I was under this face, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't necessarily mean that they did something to directly impact whatever
Right.
the
They're
event was.
they're just like the poster child for the country.
Exactly.
It's just, like, oh, like how Nike has a check mark for their logo. Our president's
Yeah,
face is America's logo for those 4
exactly.
years or however long they're going to be serving. So
Hmm.
I don't know, yo. Like
Yeah.
it's it's a little exhausting to think about, to be honest, because
It is.
again, it just leaves so much wonder and like just what is going on? What is going on here? Like this dude really just stepped out. You know,
I
I
don't
don't
think
really
that's
feel
ever happened.
right. Like I don't know if that's even a thing, but I didn't feel safe with either of them either way. But now I just feel extra unsafe.
I know.
Like I knew who was running, so it was like, oh, okay, cool. And it's like
Mhm.
not even other parties, like smaller parties, are not even
Mhm.
a thing. It feels like it's just literally it was just
It's been
Trump
a
and
huge fight,
Biden.
yeah, between it's been
Yeah,
crazy.
my
Um,
goodness.
yeah, I don't know. But I am also very intrigued to read Trump's response to Biden
Girl,
stepping down. I really want to take a minute and just like kind of go through this. I don't know if we would
please.
consider it to be a tweet because I believe that he was taken down, even though the format looks like a tweet.
Looks like a
Um,
tweet to me.
but I think maybe it's like on whatever that platform is that he has. Um, but nonetheless, this was Donald Trump's response to Joe Biden stepping down. So he
Yes.
said, "Crooked
What
Joe
he
Biden."
say?
Crooked Joe Biden is the worst president by far in the history of our nation. He has done everything possible to destroy our country, from our southern border to energy dominance, national security, international standing, and so much more. He was annihilated in an earth shattering debate, and now the corrupt and radical Democrats are throwing him overboard. He was not fit to serve from the very beginning, but the people around him lied to America about his complete and total mental, physical, and cognitive demise. Whoever the left puts up now will just be more of the same. Make America great again. What are
Ooh.
your initial thoughts when you kind of like hear that and when you read that? Do you have any?
So just the way it starts off,
Mhm.
crooked Joe Biden is by far the worst president. That makes me not even think that's from someone who's running for president. Like that
Right?
just sounds like some Facebook post from somebody we went to school with that is mad about, their baby mama, baby daddy, or someone that they're
Very
beefing with,
mhm.
and just some basic ass post. It does not like there's not even an interest in trying to buy in the other side. Like it's just
Right.
literally like attack, attack, attack.
There
And
goes that fight I was talking about.
literally, no, it literally is. It's just shots fired all the way through. And
Mhm.
it's just, bro, this is your opportunity to even get more people on your side if that's what you really wanted. But
Right.
apparently, he has the confidence of not needing anybody else's buy in, which sure, it's fine, but it just seemed very immature. And then
Mhm.
to also jump in and talk about his mental and physical and cognitive demise.
Yeah.
Bro, we all know Joe's crazy. Like he's falling apart. He's old as shit. Like
I
what
know.
do you expect? But at the same
But
time, Trump, you ain't no little young buck yourself.
exactly. I was just gonna say he's not
You
even he
know?
might be more um I don't know if like agile is the right word, but he might be a little more like quick,
With it.
you know?
Yeah.
But he's not that much younger, so it's kind of like, okay, you can talk all this shit you want to, but just because you might be in a little better shape doesn't mean anything.
Right. That's the thing. Like, and I swear on one of these threads that someone said Kamala was born the year he graduated from high school. So,
Oh my
bruh,
god,
don't
is that
act
true?
like I don't know. I need to fact check that. But if
That's
that's the
crazy.
case, don't be out here acting like y'all both ain't senior citizens for one. So,
Right.
like, once you a senior citizen, you a senior citizen. Like, you did not make it to a different age bracket. You either just a senior
Exactly.
citizen or you're
Yeah.
not.
Mhm.
You're up there, bro.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a little
I
wild.
don't
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know about this stuff. It's concerning, and I just wonder if, any of our listeners out here are concerned
Mhm.
because of this interesting change in this year's, running. Really intrigued to see how things are going to go. Like this year alone has been quite interesting. I mean, what
It
was it last
has.
week? They had the Microsoft fall apart, and
Oh my God, don't even get me started, girl. That was a
girl,
nightmare.
and now the presidential campaign is falling apart.
And then,
I don't
yeah, someone
know.
tries to shoot Trump. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what this world is coming to. And for me, when I first kind of like read this, I was disappointed. You
Hmm.
know, whether you like Trump, you don't like Biden, don't, whatever your stance is, whatever your political, whatever. Like, we're not really here to like get into sides necessarily. But I
Right.
was just disappointed at the fact, like you said, that this man is supposed to, well, he's a former president, so he's done this once, and he's trying
Right.
to to do this again. And it's just kind of like, for me, like, I think someone that's running our country should be respectable in a manner to be able to, you know, stand up for what you believe in and, you know, say whatever
Hmm.
kind of crazy stuff you want to, but you should still be respectful, right? Like, he
At
still led
least.
our country. And whether you agreed with whatever he did, you shouldn't be out here in public calling him crooked when, like, what did he do that was like crooked? And, you know, pointing out the obvious that he has mental, physical, you know, cognitive
Right. Like we all
demise. Like, okay, like,
know.
we get that. Like,
Hmm.
thanks for kind of like putting that out there. Like, the public and like media is already talking about this. So like, you as
Hmm.
our most likely our leader again,
Hmm.
you know, you shouldn't be out here talking like that. I just think it's disrespectful. And like, where's your sportsmanship? Like,
Hmm.
I don't know. Like, I even thought it was like crazy, like through like all the debates and like whatever, like they won't even shake hands with each other. And it's just
Right.
kind of
And
like,
that's
what
like,
standard and example are you setting for our people where you're acting childish in this manner to even be like, I won't even shake your hand out of like respect.
it's wild, but that is really setting the tone for our country because you
Hmm.
literally have this man, Donald Trump, who, like you said, supposed to be a leader, was a leader, and he's not leading by example. He's out here
Yeah.
acting foolish. And then we literally have common folk out here doing the same thing, absolutely fine with it, not seeing a problem with it. And it's just like, like, how, what?
And
You,
then you wonder why we had an insurrection.
it's just, I just don't get it where people continue to choose somebody because of what they say they will do, but what about what their actions right now are showing you?
Hmm.
Does that not mean anything?
Yeah.
That you want to, and this is for both them fools, you want to pick somebody who can't shake somebody else's hand?
Right.
Like
It's just
the, I
respect. Like,
don't
even
know.
like sports and like, you know, like you
Literally.
always like greet the opponent, and, you know, it's
Right.
just like just a respect thing. And if you don't
Mm-hmm.
have respect, like, I don't know, it just
What do
kind
you
of shows you
have?
like the wild, you know,
Poor
the wild
character,
signs that
poor
have been
quality.
coming. Yeah.
Everybody wants a trophy nowadays. For what? Did you do something?
I know. Well,
Did
that's a
you
whole
earn
nother
it?
podcast topic.
you know but that's literally like him though. He wants the title of president again.
Hmm.
And what are you doing to really earn that from people?
Yeah. I
But
mean, he's got to be doing something, right? Because he was once, and he has a whole demographic of people out there that are
mm-hmm.
straight, like, you know, MAGA
Rah rah
crazed
rah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't know. It's just, to me, it just
People
gets a
like
little
foolishness.
scary. Yeah. When you just kind of like, I don't know, like do whatever on like the whim and the seat of your pants, like emotions
Mm-hmm.
and like whatever. Like, I don't know. We
But
still gotta
that's
come together as people and like have respect, like a very basic respect for people. Like, that's all we're asking for, right? Like, go crazy, like go do what you want to do. Go tear someone down in a debate for all I care. Like, that's when you're really supposed to like have your claws out and really go after
right.
somebody. But like
Exactly.
general things, and like, I know that this was not an easy decision for Biden. Like, there's no point in
No.
his mind where he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna drop out of here, and I'm just gonna go to sleep and be okay with this decision. Like, my
I'm gonna go
life
rest.
dream, I'm finally president of the United States, and I'm only able to serve 4 terms because people bullied me into this decision. Maybe slightly.
Mm.
I'm sure Biden knows that, you know, he a little
On the
old out there, you know.
I hope you know that.
I'm sure he does. But, you know, that couldn't have been an easy decision. So it's like, how much are y'all gonna really attack this man for, you know,
Right.
when like the hot,
Stepping out
like,
the
I
game.
wouldn't wanna not run for president anymore if I was already doing this for 4 years, and you gotta have one more shot to do another 4 years? Because like it's not like he just will drop out now and come in the next election. Like that's
Right. That's it.
that's not gonna
Yeah.
happen. So
No,
crazy.
no. He'll be in a nursing home at that point. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some stuff in the background that is just, I don't know, like looking from the outside in, I feel like 4 years in this country is sufficient because there's just a lot of bullshit. But like you said, it's the administration that's really running things. So maybe it's just to the point where they're like, bro, you too old. We just deciding on everything without you. Maybe
Yeah,
he feels like
I
he
don't
really
know.
doesn't have a voice.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. Just like even like all the viral like videos of him like being confused on stage or like falling over,
Sorry, those
and
are
I
hilarious.
don't know, but I feel so bad for the man. Like leave Grandpa Joe alone.
No, they should have an age limit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they should, but then Trump wouldn't make it either because he's just as
That's
old.
fine. We're at a loss regardless of what we do at this point.
Oh man.
And we were at a loss before old buddy Biden decided to cut out. So what do we have to lose at this point, people? I'm just
I
saying.
don't know, but I'm still just shocked because I know that was just not an easy decision. And like I've
Talking
been
about
thinking about it like
y'all
oh
stressed out over
man.
there.
I
Get
am,
him.
because like how do you just like that just the poor man. I don't know.
It's time to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Like, y'all, we really walking into the unknown. Like, just when you thought you may have
Mhm.
had a little bit of an idea, we just don't know now. We
I
don't even
know.
know.
I know. I was
Don't
really looking
even
forward
know.
to the second debate between the two of them. I find them to be very entertaining.
I probably would have put old Joe out of commission, using all that energy to go against that man.
I know. Well, that's the thing too, right? Is like you see pictures of like presidents like the whole like kindergarten thing, right? Like the first day
Hmm.
of pre-K and then like the last
Yes.
day of pre-K. Like when
Yes.
you see these presidents pictures, like the way they age is like wild. Like I cannot
Sickening.
imagine the stress that they are under
Mm-mm.
of like the whole country is on your shoulders and like you just see it like you just age so quickly. Like, think of Biden when
Right.
he was under Obama. It wasn't that long ago, and he
I
was
remember what he looked
jogging
like.
with him and, like, running with
Oh,
him
that's
and,
so
like
true. That's
you
so
know what I
true.
mean? Like,
He was
just
physically fit.
presidency, just and because he was VP, right? So he ain't as stressed.
Right, right. He's like, I got your bag, but only your bag.
Exactly. So it's like, it's just the job is tough,
It's
man. It
it's interesting.
ages you
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't know, girl. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm
I'm a
gonna
little
pray for
scared.
you as well as we go through this because I know you're just gonna be inquiring about Mr. Joe over there.
I know. I'm gonna make
Um
sure he's all right.
Joe, Cassie's here for you if you need her.
I
She'll
was saying
talk you
Trump
through.
too, but he's already, come out with his little convention with his little bandaged ear, so I know he all right too. But
What was that? What was it? Panty liners on his ear? People putting panty liners on their ears to represent the
oh,
bandaged ear. I have seen pictures of
yeah, I haven't heard
panty
of that. They
liners.
put
Yeah.
wait,
They
that's a
look like
thing.
panty liners. I'm pretty sure they were not band-aids. Fairly
Interesting.
certain.
I'm gonna have to look that up because why would you do that?
Yeah. He don't need buy-in. He's all set.
Oh my god, I don't even know what to. All right, well, let's hope that's
No, I think
not.
we're going to wrap that up on the
Yeah.
panty liner part.
Okay. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Because like what?
Y'all just confused the mess out of Cassie. But
Hmm,
go ahead and look. I've seen some posts where people have a panty liner on their ear like when he got shot on that
interesting.
ear. So,
Hmm. With that,
leading by example.
yeah. Okay. Oh man, we in trouble.
But yeah, with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it on up like a panty liner in a package. And until next time.
Bye, guys.